Today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how I make my videos. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Now, arguably the thing I use the most is my table. It's just what it is. It's a table. I use this table for mocks, but you're not here for mocks. You're here to see how I make my videos. So we're going to have to go under the desk to get my shadow box. Getting my shadow box is as easy as I just leave it assembled under my desk for easily going to grab it without having to fold it in and out. It does fold in and out if you wanted to. It's very simple. Just plug it into a USB port or plug it into a charger, plug it into an outlet. You get the idea. Click the button and just like that, it turns on. Now let's get into the figure choosing. Under my desk, I have this little drawer unit, and in these drawers, you will find all the figures that you see in my videos. In the top drawer, I kind of have miscellaneous figs sorted in different bags. I have a bag for the Imperials, for the Jedi, for the Mandalorians, for the Sith characters, for the named clone commanders, and even for the astromechs. Now under that shelf in the middle one, you will find all of my clones, and for the example of how I film with the shadow box, we are going to grab the 501st Jetpack Trooper. With my figure now acquired, now I just kind of gauge how I film. Do I want it to be closer, further, kind of figure out where I want the camera, and then once I do, I just place my figure in, and yeah, that's really about it. I do love the shadow box though, because it allows me to get cool shots like this where he's kind of looking down, or if I put the camera a little higher, it kind of feels like he's in this big empty room, which is really good for wide angle shots. But I think the shadow box truly is just one of those things that I don't really need it for my content creation, but it helps tremendously if I'm doing something on the other side of the room and I want to film something. Well, if we zoom out, you can clearly see I can do that. It truly is just one of those incredible things. Now, do I need the shadow box? Probably not, but you cannot deny that these shots look absolutely incredible, and that's all thanks to the shadow box. If you have like an extra $35 and you want to get into filming or like whatever, or just having it to take photos, highly recommend, and it will actually be in the link down in the description. Of course, this isn't my only way to make videos. What about the review videos? So flip the camera and let's get right into it. Obviously, first thing I do is grab a set in which I will just kind of go over the features myself, whether that's in the video or before I make the video, just to see what it does. But my favorite thing about my reviews is this little spin Lazy Susan thing I have going on. I just recently started doing it with my last video reviews. As you see, it's a fully Lego built system with Technic, and if you want to see a tutorial on how to make this, please let me know. But then after the table, we go to the desk. After getting to the desk, I will grab my notebook, and that's where I will start writing just some general talking points, nothing too specific, just kind of main things like play features, like price, figure details, things I want to talk about during the video. After I get all my video clips put on my computer, I will then take it to my editing software. If you're curious, I use Filmora 10. Some people may think it's weird, like why aren't you using Premiere Pro? But I just personally like Filmora 10. It's easy to use for me, and it also has a very nice voiceover feature where but without going to something like Audacity, I can just film a voiceover in the editing software, which is a very nice luxury. So after I kind of have everything together and kind of a set idea, I will then grab my microphone and start talking to myself alone about Lego. This is my life. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that has been my behind the scenes, my process of how I create these mediocre videos, say the least. You know, some people in the comments might tell me that, you know, I could be more efficient, I should change this, I should use Premiere Pro, and while I definitely understand some people having their opinions, I wouldn't change a single thing that I do. You know, I don't do videos because I need to hit a deadline or whatever. I do these videos because I enjoy them, because I like engaging with all of you fine people. And I guess I'll take this moment to say, thank you for allowing me a platform to just express myself and to put myself out there. It truly and honestly does not go, it never goes unappreciated. So thank you guys so much. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it does help out the channel. And as always, I will see you studs later.